Hey guys, welcome back again. Dave's Dimension, welcome back again for another video. Welcome back again to the channel where chaos and insanity will always reign supreme. So, well, a lot of stuff today. We're gonna get to that in just a moment. But I went to a local Target today, and I picked up a few things. Let me show you what those things are. There we go. This I need for something else. Excuse me. So, went to my local Target. I was hoping to see maybe some Transformers being marked down. No such luck. I keep hoping that Big Boy Grimlock is going to go down in price, but he hasn't yet. So, I figured I'll take a look. Usually my stores really don't have a whole lot in. And lo and behold, who do I find on a peg? Captain America from Falcon and Winter Soldier. We got the Falcon. Now, I'm not exactly planning to pursue the Build-A-Figure, but I do like this figure. I do like the look that they gave him for his costume, for his uniform, I should say. I'm glad they gave him his shield. I just wish that, you know, it wasn't a Build-A-Figure. I wish it would have came in like maybe a deluxe pricing for the figure. They've done that with Classic Iron Man before. Hasbro, you could have done a bunch of different things. It's not even a Build-A-Figure. It's build a set of wings. I mean, it's a little lousy, but that's just my personal opinion, guys. So, I saw him. He's priced at $19.99. I said, I am not going to take the chance that I'll see him again. So I said, what the hell? I went and grabbed him. So, he came home. We're going to be doing him. We're going to be unboxing him in a different video. And now, recently in the toy community, there's been a few YouTubers who's been doing some build streams. Let's just say. Now, back in the 90s, I am that old. Back in the late 90s, there's an animated series, actually a Japanese anime, called Gundam Wing. Not Mobile Suit Gundam, that came before, but there was Gundam Wing, which was about Gundams are these large, very powerful, very strong mobile suits. Mechanized, automated suits. Think of, what's a good one? Think Voltron. Think, you know, a super big Transformer, but being piloted by one single person. Okay? Going back a number of years, there was a very popular game called Mech Warrior, and there was also Titanfall. So you're familiar with what a mech is, okay? So what I did was, back in the late 90s, I was into building the Gundam. They came in little kits, and you could build the figures, okay? You could literally assemble them piece by piece to construct an actual kit that was posable, and I had the entire set. I mean, I had Zero, I had 00, I had 00, I had 01, 03, 04, I had Epion, I had them all. Unfortunately, they didn't survive the years as things went on. Well, lately, a bunch of YouTubers, namely Kouldbaynegames, which I'm going to have the link for his channel below, he's been doing these builds for a long time. He's pretty steady in the Gunpla or Gundam building. So he's well known for that. He's been pulling in a few other YouTubers like Apprentice Ewok, who will also have his link in the description below, and also Sleeping Collectibles. He's gotten them to, you know, hey, come on stream, we'll do a build, I'll sing. He hooked them up with getting them some kits, and guess what? They fell in love with it. And watching them do the builds, I was like, God, I really, you know, I said to myself, I miss doing those builds. I mean, I didn't, you know, we didn't have YouTube back in 97, 98. So, but I kind of missed, you know, the enjoyment you have with building them. So, what I did was, I picked up some kits. And I'm going to be putting them together. Now, I may not do a live stream. I may just do an unboxing and show you guys, and then show you the finished product afterwards. I may do a live stream. I really don't know. I'm not completely set on it. So I picked up two. I picked up this one. This is Mobile Suit Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans. Okay. I kind of like the look of this one. I never actually watched this anime. This one's a little bit different. It's got a different style build on it. Now, you can see the finished product right there. Now, basically, you don't need paint. You don't need glue because these are colored plastic. You do need a snipping tool. However, you can find kits either on Target.com. My local Target did not have any kits in stock, I should say. You can go Target.com. You can go to Target's website and get a kit. Or you can even go to Amazon. They usually have them ranging between $7 and $10. There's also a whole series of websites you can get the kits from. But I picked up this one. I got this one for $12.99 at Target. So if you're definitely looking for these, go to Target, guys. Now, they had a very, very limited selection. They had the old grandpa, as Kouldbaynegames likes to refer to it as. And also they had my boy, Zero. Now this one's pretty cool because he can actually transform into a jet mode. Excuse me. I'll show you guys that right there. What's great is these aren't just a static, meaning a one pose figure. You can actually move the arms, you can move the legs, you can do different things, different poses with them. So it's like assembling your own action figure. That's what I really like about this. But this was one of my favorites. Piloted by Hiro Yui. Now, if you're familiar with Gundam Wing, then you know the story. I'm actually currently rewatching it on Hulu. So if you have Hulu, you can actually relive those adventures right now. But I figured, you know, he was always a favorite of mine. I do want to get Sandrock and also, well, there's a few other ones. I'm not going to go into all the names right now. But I got my hands on this one and on this one. These both were on sale. This one was $17.99. This one was $12.99. Now, there is the classic Gundam, which was the first Gundam from the original Mobile Suit Gundam anime. That's what some people affectionately call as Grandpa because he was the first one. They had him on sale, but I'm looking for some... I've already done a build of him once. It was, you know, he was very simple. I want to get something maybe a little bit better or a little bit more detailed. That's just me. So we'll see what happens. But I picked these two up. Like I said, pretty good price. I like, you know, he's got a very cool weapon, but this one, Wing Zero, basically he's got this one big massive cannon. It actually splits into two. So that's very cool. I picked up those, and I picked up Captain America. But let's jump into this, the main purpose for this video, guys. I know I ramble on and on and on and on. We're already in 8 minutes. I'm sorry, guys. This will probably be a long one. Thanks to a good friend of mine, I got Doc. We got the Back to the Future 2, Doc Brown from 2015. And we're going to unbox him right now, guys. Now, I love NECA and the detail that they put in their figures. Okay? Now, they've released, let's count it, 1, 2, 3, 4 Marty McFlys already. 1 Biff, and 1955 Doc. That's all we have so far. 1 Doc, 1 Biff, but we got 4 Marty McFlys. To recap, there's Marty McFly Battle of the Bands, where he's got his guitar without the vest, just his denim coats. You got that. Then you have Radiation Suit Marty, when Marty when he's back in 1955 and he's got to scare his dad to go and ask his mother out on a date. We also have 2015 Marty, so that goes perfect with this Doc. And then we also have classic Marty, the way he looks when he first arrives in 1955 after he stashed the DeLorean behind the Line Estate sign. So those are 4 Martys, but we only have 1 Doc so far. Now we got the second one. Now I love this is the 1955 Doc. There's an additional head that comes with him, but just the detail, they give you a bunch of really cool, really great accessories, and the detail that they really give you right there, guys. Let me just there you go. I mean, you can see the the herringbone pattern on his socks, the torn part of his pant leg. I mean, this is what we need. Now, a lot of times the arms can be a little stiff, guys, so if yours are a little stiff, take a hairdryer on low heat, put it on low, and try and soften up the joints. Otherwise, I've seen plenty of people break them, guys. You don't want that. I mean, let's see if we can get that to focus. The pattern, I mean, they got the bruising right on them, perfect. So let's get into 2015. What do you say? There we go. Now, already in here, before we even open this up, we get 3 heads. We get kind of like a surprise, happy look. We get a scared, kind of like what's going on. And then we get what's going on, but with the futuristic sunglasses visors. We get the futuristic binoculars. We get his suitcase. Well, not really a suitcase, but his money case. And I'll show you guys full detail of that. And also we get the newspaper here, which I can't wait to take a look. And we get 2 hands. So let's get right on into this, guys. Before I go into this, let me just show you guys the back. Marty and Doc experience the adventure of a lifetime in an unlikely time machine as they travel to the past, present, and future, setting off a time-shattering chain reaction that disrupts in this space-time, or time, well, they call it the time-space continuum. Space-time continuum, NECA. Do your research. And of course, this shows all the previous figures. Now, here's something. They show Griff. Griff hasn't come out yet. So that's cool. That tells us we got a Griff coming. I mean, we better have a Griff coming. And I'm looking forward to that because he's got his Pitbull hoverboard, which would be pretty cool. So let's get right on into this, guys. What do you say? What do you say? Now, those that know, I'm a big Ghostbusters fan, but I'm also a big Back to the Future fan. I mean, we could go into detail on what I know about Back to the Future. Just to give you guys a little background. Yes, I got the newspaper from part 2. The actual newspaper that USA Today released in 2015 to commemorate the movie. I also have a picture of me and Doc and the actor who played Doc Brown, Christopher Lloyd, a couple years ago. He's sitting right in the DeLorean, and I'm standing, or I'm kneeling right beside him. I have a couple of the covers for the Tales from Space and the Almanac, and I have a Back to the Future Ghostbuster mashup patch in that same frame, and then I have comic books from Back to the Future with Back to the Future 1 and 2 license plates. And yes, the Proton packs, you can see there is a Back to the Future themes Proton pack I built. So yeah, you could say I'm kind of into Back to the Future, just a little bit. Now, one thing I really wish NECA would do is, okay, they give us these really awesome backgrounds in these. If with a little creativity, maybe a little bit thicker stock, they could have made something that can interconnect into like a ever-changing diorama kind of a display. That would be cool. Or if they actually came up with a clock tower diorama of some kind, that would be awesome. I know the dioramas can be pretty damn expensive. I've seen people who have the Ninja Turtle ones. They're amazing. They're definitely worth it. But, you know, it all depends. Would fans really shell out the money for it? Would it be worthwhile? That's obviously a different question altogether. I forgot to hit all my lights. I'm sorry, guys. So, what do we have here? Of course, as always, they like to pack everything very thoroughly here. We get the newspaper, and it's actually in a plastic sleeve. So, I'm actually going to see if I can pull that out. We got some Scotch tape. We got some Scotch tape. Scotch tape. Right off there, guys. Let's take that right off. I'll put that right here. Let's check out the newspaper. Now, it's just one version of the newspaper, it looks like. I could be wrong. Yes, it's just one copy of the newspaper, blank on one side, but gives you the look at that. I mean, the damn detail they threw on here is just bananas. It would have been cool if they gave us two. One from, Marty McFly Jr. being jailed to the other one. That would be pretty damn cool. Now, this isn't going to fully protect it, but I'm going to put it back in its sleeve for right now anyways. I would love to try and maybe laminate it to keep it a little bit more protected. Reason why I say that this isn't going to protect it that much, there's a hole that goes right through it. The plastic sleeve, that is. I guess to allow airflow, I guess. But we're going to set this off to the side. That is very cool. That is beyond cool, guys. What's cooler than being cool? Ice cold. A little outcast for you guys. I'm going to switch this over to two views. Hello, two views. The overhead and the forward camera. I am looking at getting a new camera to replace this one right here. I have a C922 for my main camera, but I was thinking of maybe seeing if I can get my hands on a Brio. I hear that the Brio is a little bit better. Maybe make that the main camera and then use the C922 for the overhead view. Because you guys can see that this, I have it set to the best quality, and this is like a third-party brand camera right here. So it's like a no-name brand you get real cheap on Amazon, and yeah, that's it. So I'm looking at some options. I've tried to use my phone, but my phone heats up for any more than 5 or 10 minutes. If I'm continuously filming for like 10 minutes or using the camera for that long, it starts heating up like crazy. There we go. Let me just pause you guys for a quick second. Okay, so get the dock heads out. Sounds like some kind of weird rock group, the dock heads. That's just freaky weird. They got the teeth and everything. Again, they excel at the hair sculpts like there's no tomorrow. Let's check out the other one. That's Christopher Lloyd. That is scary great how awesome he looks. Oh. Now this is the futuristic binoculars that he's using to scope out Marty Jr. That's what it looks like, and this is the side we don't really get to see clearly. We also get two alternate right hands. At least I believe these are... No, this is an alternate set, so we get left and right. And I think these are meant to hold the binoculars, as Doc likes to call them. We got similarly molded hands. And this is the briefcase. Now, if you saw Back to the Future 2, spoiler alert, they have to go back in time, believe it or not. And at one point, Doc has to pull out some money so Marty can buy some incognito clothes. Some clothes so he can blend in 1955. So Doc pulls out this case from the DeLorean. Emergency cash. He opens up this case to find all this money, and Marty whistles like, ooh. And literally, you get the different years. Let's line this up so you guys can see the years, right? Waiting for the camera to focus. Now, obviously, these years are printed there, so these must show all the years that Doc has traveled to get money. I mean, it's possible he might have gone to, I mean, realistically, would he go to different coin collectors and shops trying to gather this money, or would it just be simpler and quicker for him to just travel to those years so he has money? I mean, that's one possibility right there. I mean, we see 1955, 1923, 1917, 1864, 1934, 1914, 1902, 1864 again, 1864, 1864, 1914, 1985, 1863, 1875, 1914, 1861, 1861, and we got a bunch of 1864. So apparently he amassed quite a bit of money back then. But also he's got 1985. There's no 2015 because they're all using thumbprints, but we don't even know if Doc's even alive in 2015. So that's a very cool accessory. That's got to be the coolest accessory I've seen yet. And let's get Doc right on out. Oh man, this is killer, guys. This is so killer. Let's go back to main view for this one. We got Doc with his his clear plastic tie. And they did justice on the visor. I've seen people come up with like some gray looking ones, and I mean, that's just, that looks perfectly like aluminum. Pardon for the hand, I had some I was changing some parts and got a little smuts on my hand. But we got Doc with the different watches, of course, like he's known for. We get a crazy looking butterfly or some weird Japanese-y kind of a thing. I mean, look at the liner of his coat. And check out these really weird kind of techie looking shoes. I mean, he's got antennas on the back. I don't think I ever noticed that in the movie. And I've watched the movie, oh God, probably thousands of times. But, I mean, just the crazy detail that they have here. I mean, we got the, I don't know if these are socks or a second pair of pants, because we know Doc tends to wear extras of just about everything and anything. However, there's all these techie parts on his shoes. I'm wondering if he bought some parts. I mean, this could even be like a smartphone on the inside there. You get a good look right there. I mean, there's all this tech stuff here. I'm going to have to, honestly, I'm going to have to pull up scenes to see if I can actually see these parts, because I can imagine that they would just throw parts on there just for the sheer hell of it. And this, I mean, we know in the future, and Back to the Future 2, Doc tells Marty to pull out his pockets to turn them inside out, because kids in the future wear their pants inside out. So I'm wondering, are these pants just the liner of the pants and they're inside out? Now, you can even open up the vest or the coat here. You can see the liner doesn't go all the way up, but it goes about midway. I mean, it's insane the type of detail that they go through here. I mean, everything looks fantastic. Now, it's a little odd that in part 2, he's only wearing one tie, when we notice a lot of people in the future are wearing 2 sets of ties. It's some kind of weird fashion faux pas that they're doing. Again, the hair sculpt right there is, it's insane. I mean, yeah, it does kind of look like dried ramen, but, you know, that's the Doc's hair. What do you expect? I mean, the detail on here is just insane. Let's check out posability. Arm joints are pretty good. They're not loose. They're not too tough. Hands got your basic rotation. So if you've had a Back to the Future figure, it's going to be very comparable. And it's nice that we have this little inlet here. We don't have any kind of miss spots as far as paint or mold application. Same on the other side. No pockets on the outside here. It would have been cool if they could have done, I don't know, just something extra, like maybe a little slot to put the binoculars in. That would have been kind of cool. But this is just like, I mean, It almost looks like Doc could be in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure as a different variation of Rufus. Party on, dudes! So let's pop Doc's head off, which comes off pretty easy. No difficulty there. And here we got Happy Doc like, yes, you did it! I just love that. That's awesome. Now as far as, can we get him to hold the binoculars up? I think that's what the other hands are for. I mean, we can get him to... Now see, another thing is this. We can get him to carry the case. However, NECA did something very similar to what I'm about to say here. Okay? Technically speaking, this Doc, in this outfit that is, he does not have his hands on this money. Oh, technically he has it in the car, yes. Okay? But he doesn't pull this case out while he's wearing these clothes. He changes back to his 1985 clothes, and he pulls this out of the DeLorean's hood, its front trunk, when they land in 1955. Now, are they going to give us another variation of Doc? I would like to think so, given that we already had 4 Martys. We have multiple Martys from 1985, so why not give us another Doc, but Doc in his regular clothes? Because it'd be a great Easter egg for many reasons. One, we can take this accessory and put it onto him. It's gonna make the scene seamless. Another reason is this, guys. They've done this with Marty. The Battle of the Bands Marty, the one with the black guitar, comes with a vanishing hand. None of those Martys that have been released are the Marty that actually has the vanishing hand. The only one that would be screen accurate with is if they gave us a Marty from 1955, Enchantment Under Sea Dance Marty. If they give us something like that, that hand accessory would go perfectly with that. Now, that would kind of make sense in a marketing way because, well, now if you want to recreate that one scene, you have to have the accessory that came with the other figure, so you have to get all the figures so the accessories can interchange. That would be one thought. I really don't think that that's their marketing scheme, because it's dependent on that one person who wants to create that one scene. It doesn't seem like a very smart business model, but what do I know, guys? I'm just a YouTube reviewer, right? But I love this. This is just bananas. I love this. I mean, this is insanity right there. And honestly, if you've seen me talk about the Back to the Future figures from NECA, you know what I want. I want Back to the Future 3. I want Marty in his Clint Eastwood outfit. I want Doc in his duster with the modified scope on his Winchester rifle. I want that. I want Mad Dog tanning. Those are the main ones that I want. I mean, some of the fans would love to see Marty in the 1955 Old West clothes that Doc from 55 sends him back in time with. You know, the one that they use the line, "Oh, he must have got it off of they're Chinese." One of the older miners who are sitting in the bar actually says that. And obviously I can get that, you know, that line, it could be offensive to people, and I apologize if you are, but I'm just repeating the line from the movie. Okay? But I mean, give us the Old West Marty, you know, either the Marty with the Clint Eastwood get up, or Marty from, you know, the courthouse centennial, you know, this, when they first open up the courthouse and when they first kind of christen it, they have a nice little festival in the town. You know, give me that Marty, or give me the Marty in Clint Eastwood, or, you know. Now, they gave us NECA did do a DeLorean. It wasn't the greatest DeLorean, but if you're going to give us a Part 3 figures, NECA, you could really improve your position by giving us the Part 3 DeLorean. Improve the DeLorean that you already did, because it was lackluster in a few spots. Or, how about giving us the, I know it's not going to happen. I want the train. I want the train from the end of Part 3. That's what I want. But I know it's not going to happen. But we can take that, you know, if you give us 1885 Doc, we can recreate that scene where he saves Clara by using Marty's hoverboard. But this figure is beyond. I mean, this is beyond insanity. I love the money accessory. You didn't have to do that because technically, like I said, that's not really canon with the figures. But I just love the damn detail right there, guys. I mean, it's... Let me turn that around. I mean, that looks like a real case of money right there. So, you're asking me, on a scale of 1 to 10, oh, he's a 10. He's definitely a 10. I mean, is there room for improvement? Yes. But I am over the moon on this. I am over the moon on this. Could they have made the coat reflective? Yeah, but it's not necessary. I mean, the tie, the expression on Doc. And what's great is you can interchange some of these heads too with, you know, 1955 Doc. I mean, if you really look at it, the hair is not that much different. There's a little, this is a little aged, but of course this is 30 years later, but you can pretty much interchange the heads. Doc loves his coats. Roughly about the same, yeah, they're the same length coats right there. But score run, I mean home run, NECA. Home run out of the park. Usually on my figures I'll say a 9.5 or 9. No, I gotta say he's a 10. He's awesome. He's very stable, and I mean the detail on here. Look at that. I mean, obviously what I'm showing here is not doing it justice. I mean, this is beyond insane. I love this. If you have the means to pick it up, I highly recommend you do it, guys. I highly recommend. If you're a Back to the Future fan, or you have someone in your life who's a Back to the Future fan, get them a Marty, get them a Doc, especially the Doc from Part 2. You can't miss it. You really can't miss it, guys. So, there we are. That's the video for this time. So, I want to thank you guys for checking out the channel. If you're not already following us, there's a little red button right down below. I want you to hit that. I want you to hit that bell for notifications. Now, before you guys leave, I want you to drop down in the description below. I have links for several YouTubers that I want you guys to check out. You really can't go wrong by checking out their channel. You check it out for 2 or 3 minutes, you're going to be there for a lot longer, guys. I promise you. Those are my YouTube warriors, okay? It's a list of various YouTubers. Usually each video I do about 4 or 5, maybe 6 YouTube channels that I think you guys should definitely check out. One of them I want you to check out is, there's a guy by the name of Tazman Taylor. He's just the most down-to-earth, coolest guy you guys could possibly come across. He's going to remind you of that cool uncle you always have a great time with. He does some great reviews. He collects just about anything and everything. You know, high-end collectibles, low-end collectibles. He's all, you know, he does it all, and you won't go wrong with checking out his channel. He's actually on the road to 150 right now. So if you could please do me a favor, click the link below for, go to the description below for this video, and you'll see Tazman Taylor. I want you to click on that, check out a couple of his videos. Please subscribe him. You can't go wrong with checking out his channel and following him, okay? So until next time, this is Dave from Dave's Dimension saying, as always, keep on busting, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.